We just need to make sure that we wake up the messages between the mind and these muscles. So we as well as gaining mobility here, we want to make sure those muscles are switched on so that they work to protect our shoulders in a minute when we move them. So just nice big shoulder circles. Feels like your rotator cuff are waking up. The rotator cuff muscles move in every direction, and the only parts of the body that move in every direction: flexion, extension, abduction, adduction. So we need to make sure each one of them is switched on. So now let's raise. Let's do this with our left leg, and then bring the hands behind the back. So we're just warming up the hip flexor and warming up the shoulders. And that's quite nice as well, first thing in the morning. Sometimes we've got a bit of tension on our back and hips. So we're driving that knee nice and high, and then coming down. And then switch sides. We're just going to come to halfway this time. We're going to drive the knee up. Here comes Mo again. So here. And then behind the back. Here, solid here, active in the shoulders, tension, and then behind. Drive that knee as high as you can so you're activating the glute and hamstring in that leg, and then behind. Just a dynamic warm up, guys, and then we're just going to go into a whole body weight. If you just join HIIT session. It's going to be relatively challenging, but I will offer easier options. Turn into a bird. Let's get that tension. Birds there and then down. Good. And then let's active. So now we've activated the shoulders and balance a little bit. We're going to put it into a movement. So we're going to drive the left leg up and then come down. In this position, people often come forward to make sure the knees in line with the ankle, the bottom is out. And then we're going to dance, and then come down. Come up, come down. You want to get the shoulders involved as well here. I like just to do this because it's a nice counter to all the time we spend with our shoulders forward and our spine round. We're just doing the opposite. We're retracting, we're opening the chest. Hands behind the bottom, knee in line with the ankle. Good, switch sides. Shake your shoulders off. Balance, drive the knee up. Activate again, first of all. A little bit of internal and external rotation, thumbs. And then come down, stick your bottom out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, hands up this time. And breathe out, hands down. Breathe in, breathe out. And then breathe in. What was that noise? And breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. It's weird now, I've got used to just talking to myself on the internet. I've been doing it for years, just talking to the other side of my brain. So it's just another normal day. Welcome. Good. Shake that off. A little shoulder dance. And let's warm up the spine now. Do some there, nice spinal rolls, and then extend, and then flex the spine. Extend, and then flex the spine. Extend, and then flex. Extend, and then flex. Extend, and then flex. Extend, and then flex. Extend, open your mouth, and then extend. A bit of jaw flexibility here, so open our mouth here, and then flexing the spine here. Nice space in the shoulders and spine. Good, now rotate. So thoracic rotation. Center, hold at end range. Center, breathe in, hold at end range. Try and get the movement from the top of your spine. Probably been warming up for too long now. It's 8:09. Just make sure you're warm. Then do one arm. And then, so one arm, and then back, the other arm, and then back, one arm, and then back, one arm, and then back. Calves. Right. Now just step back until you feel, ooh, I've got a blister there. That's been soaring down the butt. So there, you just want to feel this in your calf. And back of your leg, the calf. And then let's do dynamic into the calves, up and down. Ooh, ouch, 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 ouch. Into the calves. Walk your feet into your hands, come up. So, because it's body weight, we can do this nice and progressively. So, we can start nice and slow. You can start to add more impact with body weight stuff. You can challenge it, of course, by using one leg, or starting to add plyometrics to challenge it and overload, progressively overload the muscular endurance and strength. Other side. So ankle to knee, you can just sit down. If you've got something to hold here, you can hold it, but you can just do a little mini me, little piriformis. Right, that is 10 minutes of work of warming up. Doesn't time fly? Shoulder trace, fingertips to this bone, top of your hip, great as you can to trace up your ribs, touch your armpits, reach as high as you can and circle around. Healthy shoulders, healthy spine, and I think we're ready for the first set. So, we're going to squat. So just check your squat first of all, that your knees aren't coming forwards, you're not flexing the spine, you're not loading through one foot, equal weight. Little jump if you can, we do 20 seconds of that and then hold for 10 seconds here and then 20 seconds of that. Jumping is an option. If you are jumping, nice and light to protect your knees as you land and impact. Ready? Good luck out there today. 4 minutes, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Squat, jump or squat, go. Woo! On the internet, of course, I have to do everything, whereas before, in the old society, I could just tell people to do something and then give them some feedback on their technique. But now I'm having to do everything. I'm having to, it's quite it's good, but it's really tiring on a Friday. Oh, rest. The rest is active, it's isometric, stabilizing and strengthening. Jump. This is hard. Embarrassing if I don't make it, won't it? No choice really now. So, if you're fit, you can jump higher. You don't have to jump, you can just squat. If you're jumping into your heels, so you activate your glutes as you land, rest. Go, squat or jump. Whoosh. Lactic acid's coming now, of course. As the pyruvic acid's converted to lactic acid, there's not enough acetyl coenzyme available and the muscles get deprived of oxygen. I had a coffee this morning, sorry. Talking a lot. Whoosh. Whoosh. Hold. So depending on what you've been doing, if you've been cycling, running, doing leg sessions, this is going to be hard. Here you go. Soft knees as you land. The good news is, we're halfway there. In a minute, well, in a second, hold. So because with that plyometric element, you've built up that lactic acid, now holding is going to be hard because those muscles are quite deprived of oxygen. If you work them here, go again, you're going to build up your threshold to lactic acid, delay the onset of blood lactate, which means in your sport, you're going to be working at higher intensities for longer periods of time. I might have to, good news for you, is I'm finding this quite challenging because the stuff I've done last few days, so I might have to stop talking as much in a minute. Great news for you, if you are listening to me, or I might just be talking to myself, just like another normal day. Hold. Is your weight equal? Are your knees in line with your ankles? Are you flexing the spine? Are your shoulders back? Nice length and straight. Go. Jump. 20 seconds. Woo. Soft. As you land, you stick your bum out. You're equal in both legs. Equal weight. How's my balance? Am I equal in both sides? Hold. But we've got 50 seconds left of this with the rest, so jump. So everyone now, you might want to start swearing at me, and you can, unless you've got children present, or anyone who's sensitive to swearing. Swear at me now. I heard that, even though I couldn't hear you. I know exactly what you said. Oh, good news guys, we've got one more. See if you can replicate that noise I just made. Last 20 seconds to go. Soft as you land. Remember, the jumping is an option if anyone's starting to really struggle. Just come to take the jumping away. 5, 4, 3, 2. Sha-na-na-na-na. Do a dance move of your choice. Shake it up. Grab a drink if you've got one. Anyone still with me? Well done. Got a leg burn of that one. So, that's good. Apply metric elements, strengthen, protect the knees, improve your threshold to work at high intensities for longer. Generally, humans are weaker in the lateral plane. So we do 2 sets of 10 of these. The lateral plane is important because these muscles protect our knees and hips. So, stick your bum out again. Sorry, we're squatting again, but we're crabbing this time. It's not time this one. We need 10 yoga mats. That's 1. Go this way. Your knees are in line with your ankles, your spine is straight. 2. 3. Make sure you're activating these muscles the side of your glutes. You're not letting the knee come in. What's that, 5? Smile, and the world smiles with you. Frown, and you frown alone. Not my words. Famous philosopher, Dave Mandy. Keep going. He's not a famous philosopher. Should be. I'm not counting anymore, are you? Up 10? Good. Now we're going to do lateral plane jumps. So once you've activated those muscles, can you put them into practice? Can you learn to impact equally? Woo! Whoosh! 10 of these. Of course, there is a step option on this one if you want to step and squat rather than jump. We're doing 10 of those. Shake it off, relax. Do one more of those. See if you can, with oxygen depth, bring the breath deeper again. Of course, the good thing about the internet is you can ignore me and I don't know. Just sit there, have a sip of tea. Let's do it again. I'm a crab. Working my lateral plane with the goal of strengthening and protecting my knees when I run, when I walk, when I squat, when I move. Na, 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 na. Just keep making sure your bum is out. Nice straight spine, don't let your knees come forward. Any noises coming out of my mouth? Involuntary ones. Any noises coming out of your mouth? You can make any noise you want at home. No one's watching you. And then we can put that philosophy of no one watching us into the real world. When it goes back, now we're jumping. 10. Mo, you not in it this morning? Mo's been a bit shy this morning. Yesterday he was really keen on the one-legged forward fold. Very flexible. I think he might have been kicking his balls whilst he was doing a forward fold, which I've never been able to do, despite years of trying. He's my cat, by the way. No, he's not human. Good, time is flying. 2 sets of that, here he is. Let's do glute again. So this one, we're going to lunge on the right leg. We're going to come up. We're going to come into the right heel and come towards the floor. So we're eccentric loading that hamstring. So watch that again. We're going to come up, strength from that standing glute, lunge, don't flex the hips, up and back. We're going to a minute of this, so it's good news because it might take a while for you to get the movement pattern to access the neuroplasticity, the movement pattern that your brain, your neurology is creating. And the good thing about learning movement patterns is, as well as learning to move better, we activate different muscles, like here for example, our hamstring and glute, so we start to protect the body more. Lunge, up, activate, long. Truth be told, if I'm completely honest with you, I haven't been timing the minute. But don't worry about numbers. The world is full of numbers in an empirical society. Let's base this on feeling. Qualitative. Quality, not quantity. Can be on the realms of time and numbers. That's the caffeine talking. Caffeine reacts very strongly with my body, very hyperactive immediately. And if you combine that with endorphins, anything can happen like this. Talking absolute nonsense on the internet. Switch. How's your lunge, by the way? Your knee has to be in line with the ankle. I don't want it forward. I don't want you flexing at the hips here. I need to be strong, but not extended, core strong. So you're lunging, you're driving up. Really visualise the muscles in your hamstring and glute firing and your hips staying square, like mine didn't there. And then come up, and then lunge. Come up. So, this is obviously less cardiovascularly demanding than what we were doing just now with the plyometric element, the lateral and the jump. But just as more important actually, because we're learning how to activate hamstrings, glutes, find space in our body and move better. And when we move better, then we can start changing the intensity. 20 seconds, drive, kick back, legs strong, knee up, really focus on those deep core muscles there, knee down, transverse abdominals up, kick, up, down, 10 seconds, up. That crazy world that I was talking about ignoring with numbers, it's come back. That's fine, things will come back. One more. Excellent for runners, that one. Bigger range, bigger activation. Good, shake it off. Right, we're going to come to the upper body now. Grab a drink if you want. Mine's neat vodka. You are a bear. There's different ways to do bear crawls. I like this way because it's like a moving plank. So I want your spine to be strong and straight, as if you've got 7 pints of water on it. Opposite hand, opposite leg. See if you can, so you imagine those 7 pints of water on your back, and you're not spilling them because they cost £5 each if you're in Croydon. Not anymore though. But keep that spine strong and straight. So you're doing a lot of good things here. You're waking up your core, you're stabilising the shoulders, and you're strengthening the wrists. Strength protects your joints. Everyone all right? Having a good time? Anyone still doing this? Bear. Walk back. Rest. You can rest here if you've got that mobility, or you can rest here if you haven't got that mobility. What we're going to do now is a duck bear. This is your duck. So just quack twice, quack, quack. Then you're going to come forward, and just before your nose hits the floor, you're going to explode back up. Okay? So that's obviously really important with me, with my sort of perfect nose structure. In fact, this is how I probably got this unfortunate nose structure. Nose diving, woodpecking. So can you, a little bit of plyometrics to push back. By the way, if that is too hard, just press up from your knees like that. But it's not too hard, is it? It's all right. With a weak shoulder. Everyone all right? Excuse me, I said, is everyone all right? I'm being so bloody shy. 2 more. Rest. Open your shoulders. Hands behind your bum. This bear now is going to start dancing. So you're mirroring me. So your spine is straight, strong. Your right foot comes to the outside of your right hand and you kick the left leg through. You come back, bring your bum to your heels and you switch sides. Put on your dancing shoes. I'll show you from the side. Come back, foot, sha-na-na-na-na. Come back, foot outside, sha-na-na-na-na. Got it? Go. Sha-na-na-na-na. Sha-na-na-na-na. I like women's tennis. Yeah. Keep going. Sit back. But has everyone got this? It's a bit of neuroplasticity required again. A bit of brain work here, which is good. Line up that. There's 40 billion neurons in the brain. Put on your dancing shoes. There's one thing on my mind. Probably shouldn't drink coffee before I do these sessions. Or maybe could drink more. Let's do 2 more. Okay, shake it up. In an interesting twist on Darwinism, your bear is now going to become a monkey. So, all we want you to do is your hands are in line with your shoulders, and you're just loading the shoulders a little bit. If you've got dodgy shoulders, don't do this one. Just stabilising your bear again. And it depends how high you want to come. You can come little. Obviously, you can just do mini ones, or if you're super good on your hands, you can do higher ones. Monkeys. Nice soft. Good fun, isn't it? Mini ones if you need to. Your shoulders are sore, just do something like this. Stabilise them. If they're not, do a few more. Copy me. Just a little bit of active recovery, that. Dancing bear number 2. Bears turn into ducks, monkeys, and they dance. Who knew? Watch me. You grab the opposite foot and you bring the bum to the hand. So, right hand, left foot, bottom to the heel. Right foot, left hand, bottom to the heel. Show you from the side. Stability here, movement here, space here. Sometimes I make people do this one in yoga from a downward dog, specifically in the mood for dancing, or if we're doing reggae yoga or rave yoga. Kick, kick. We'll do it for a bit longer because you might have only just learnt the movement pattern. So it's basically opposite hand to the outside of the foot and bottom. Opposite hand to the outside of the foot, bottom to heel. And that is probably enough of those, isn't it? Again, it's nice not to base on time and numbers. You can really tune into your body and get the movement right, maybe slow it down. Last one of those will be a super bear. So you're super bear or spider bear? Super bear, should we do? Superman. Stabilising the shoulder, working the core. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Let's put a number on this one. You can do 10 or 20. Each one counts as 1, 2, 3. Can you keep your hips square? Can you activate the core? So this is good. This movement here, eccentrically working the core, which means we're lengthening and strengthening the core. Core blimey, bear. Bear Grylls. Well done, guys. Everyone okay? Right. Onto your backs, because we just worked the anterior chain a little bit. Let's work the posterior chain a little bit, which isn't easy with body weight, but a nice one here. Elbows in line with shoulders. Just push up, feel the back muscles in your back working. So it's not a sit up. In fact, I was doing a PT yesterday online, and this one was quite challenging because we're just doing this using abdominals, but we're not. We're using our back, our traps, rhomboids, muscles in the top of our back. So you're just pushing your elbows in line with your shoulders, working the back muscles. If you're working your abdominals, stop, because we're going to work those in a minute. Chin away from chest. Okay, good. Turn around. Let's work the top of the back a bit more now. So your head's going to come to the floor. You're going to bring your hands into that sort of cactus position. Just come forwards and back. Really maintaining that height in your hands. And feel the muscle again in the top of your back and the back of your shoulders working here. Head's on the floor, feet are on the floor. Because if you bring your feet off the floor, your head off the floor, you start to work the glutes and lower back a bit, which we probably will do. Come to mention it in a second. Can you see me there? I don't know what I'm talking, asking you a question. You can't see it, you can't speak to me. Kind of miss people replying to me. Sort of just talking to the other side of my brain all day. So that's quite, for me anyway, that's quite surprising how challenging it is, because you're coming up and you're really focusing on those muscles in your back. Time is flying. Let's do one more for the back. Just IYT. Actually, let's bring the head off for this one so you can work the lower back and glutes a bit more and the feet off. I, Y, T. And then you need to move here. So feet off. Okay. I, Y, thumbs up, T, thumbs up. So feet, I,
as well as working the top of the muscles in the posterior chain, external rotator cuffs, you're also firing up strength in the erector spinae that surround the lumbar spine, lower back. So make sure the glutes are switched on here. So just a little bit of a counter really for all the bears. So focus on the back. Right, let's finish with a little bit of core and cardio. So what would you like to do for core? Has anyone got any requests? Let's see if we can stabilise the deep core multifidus muscles. So here, knee in line with hip, head up, chin away from chest. We're just going to tap the right toe, tap the chin away from chest. Some of you this will be easy. Good news, there's a progressive option. Straighten your left leg and tap with your right toes. If you want it to be easier, bring your foot higher. If you want it to be harder, bring your foot lower, but keep it off the floor. Hold chin away from chest so there's no tension in the muscles in the back of your neck. Tap, tap-a-roo, tap, tap-a-roo, tap, 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 spinal tap, 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 tap. Switch legs. So options, you can stay here, and that doesn't matter, you're still working those deep core muscles and stabilising the pelvis. If you want it to be more challenging, you extend the bottom leg. Tap, tap. It starts to load your back, it means your core is no longer protecting it, so you need to choose the easier option. If your back starts to get sore, make sure your ribs are engaged with the mat, so you're not extending the spine and your core is switched on. And then curl up a bit higher and keep tapping. Tap, tap, tap. Come on, Mo. Get involved. Mosey. Keep going. Hug the knees to the chest, bring them high. So more important than concentric core shortening is often lengthening. So we're going to drop one leg. If your lower back comes off the floor, we just stop there. If you can come just above the floor, you can. So single legs. Eccentric core. Really make sure you're drawing imagine the nail in your belly, through your belly to the floor, so you're drawing those ribs to the floor. If you're good at this, if this is comfortable, actually before I say that, if your lower back's coming off the floor, don't come as low, so even if it's there and you're controlling, that's better than just coming here and losing control of your core. And then the next stage, if you want it, is straight legs. Ooh. So eccentric contraction is length and strength. So we're lengthening the muscles, we strengthen it, which actually eccentric work is really good for protecting your body, in your hamstrings, in your core, in your shoulders, in your ankles. So again, you can come to there, or if your core can do it, you can come to there. You know if it can't do it, if it arches here. Okay, come onto your left elbow. We'll just do one set of these, then we'll move on to the last thing. So, nearly there, guys. Keep going. Options on the side planks. If you bring your heels to your bum, push your hips up, you're still working your obliques and transverse abdominals. So that's an easier option. Or of course, you can come to a full side plank. And the first one is just push up 10 times. 1, 2, 3. So if that's too hard, remember your heels are on your bottom. Working the same muscle groups, easier option. After you've done 10, hold, and we're going to thread the top arm and right arm through without turning the right side of the pelvis down, because then you switch off those rotary muscles. Reach through, that's where you get the benefit, and reach up 10 times. After 10, hold. Remember, if you start to fail now, you do this. Bring your heels to your bum. And then we're going to reach over and top elbow to top knee 10 times. Core blimey. Reset that shoulder. Once you've done 10, break dance to the other side. If you enjoyed the break dance, you can do a couple. But you know, we've gone over time, so let's leave the break dance in. Other side, heels to the bum, hips up, easier option. and pump the hips. Harder option, straight. 10, 9, core blimey, core blimey, core blimey. So we're working the obliques, rotary muscles, internal external obliques, transversal abdominals, protects us through rotation. Once you've done 10, you thread the needle without dropping the top of the left hip. Reach, that's where you get the benefits, the switch, open, exhale as you reach. Remember, option here, if you start to lose control, if you start to be in any discomfort or pain, choose the easier option. There is no ego, there is only soul. We did a long warm up, so that's why we've run over a little bit. So we're nearly there. You've got to get ready, for the kids ready for Joe Wicks in a minute. 10 of these, 20 minutes to 9. Ooh, well done guys. So we've got one more. We're going to do 3 minutes of this, 3 minutes and then we're finished. We're going to do a burpee and then a half get up. So the burpee, your chest, if you can, is going to be on the floor, but you can do it from here. You're going to step or jump, reset position your shoulders and stand up. We're not going to jump, okay? We're going to do 20 seconds of those, rest for 10 seconds, and then 10 seconds of a sit up, and then a thrust. A sit up, half get up, and a bounce. Okay? 3 minutes, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. So it's only 2 minutes of work. 3, 2, 1, go. You can step here if you want, or you can jump. 20 seconds. Rest, land on your back. We've got 5 seconds. We're going to sit up, our right hand's going to come down, and we're going to shanana. Go. Switch back. Yeah. Nice dance move, isn't it? Favourite move, a thrust. Important, posterior, anterior pelvic tilt. Protecting your back and moving patterns. On your chest. 1/3 of the way through these. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember the easier options on these are step, step without the chest coming down. As you drive up, drive through your heels, so you're protecting your back and shoulders. That's the easier option. Where you can chest down, up, rooch. That wasn't a word, was it? Went rooch. Turn over. Having a good time? Go. Oosh. It helps if you oosh. This one. Oosh. Oosh. 8 seconds, keep going. Turn around, bright eyes. Every now and then I fall apart and I need you more this morning. 3, 2, 1, 1 minute left. Put it in guys, this is the last set of the session. Turn around. Last one. Make these a really nice hip thrust. Oosh. 3, 2, 1, go. So up. Boom. Back. Down. Up. Boom. Back. 10 seconds. Enjoy these last 10 seconds. Well done guys, and that is the whole quiz. Good session, hope you enjoyed it, hope you feel okay. At the end of that session, we'll just release a little bit of tension
We're not looking at flexibility here, we're looking at releasing tension. So, simple hip flexor stretch without your spine. Tuck your belly in, activate the back glute, and feel that nice stretch in the front of that thigh, in the hip flexor. Now see if you can nasal breathe to speed up your recovery. This hand here is your right hand, comes to your right ankle, and you reach up, really opening up the shoulders and chest that you worked today from the bed, and then activate the muscles in the back again by opening. Feel that stretching into intercostals, the muscles between your ribs, and open as you breathe in, and then as you breathe out, just come into that front hamstring. And again, you can keep a slight bend in the knee, keep that spine nice and long and straight. Good, switch legs. Front knee line, front ankle. So we're not extending the spine here, we're doing the opposite. We're tucking the belly in, we're keeping the knee in line with the ankle, we're activating the back buttock. And then we reach. Let's bring our shoulders involved again now. Let's just reach back to open our chest. And then reach our hands behind our bottom and reach back through your fingertips. Again, activate this right buttock, and notice when you do that, you'll get more of a release in the front of that thigh. And then breathe in deep and long. Reach up through your fingertips, hands behind the head, and then come into this front hamstring. Again, just don't force this. This isn't about finding your end range hamstring flexibility. This is about trying to find release and tension in the muscles, the adaptively shortened muscles you've just been working. Good. Sit down. Right ankle to left knee. Just bring your bottom as close or far away from your foot as you need to be, depending on space in your hip. And then just put your toes in your mouth. Don't. I mean, not after those burpees. Mo put my toes in his mouth this morning, didn't you, Mo? But I haven't just been doing burpees, so he was alright. Switch sides. Mosey. So again, you might notice, like I can notice still here, my right side is still tighter than my left. So I still need to keep working on releasing that right side after. That could be because of an injury you've had, or because of just a movement pattern you've had for years where you dominate on one side. But just it's nice to be aware of that. And remember, we're not coming to end range here, we're trying to contract, relax to release tension. Good, a little bit of adductors, bring your soles of your feet together, the cobbler. Just bring your knees up and down like you've got wings. See if you can take off, see if you can levitate. You'd be surprised now if my bottom came off the floor and I floated to the sky. I would. And then reach forward. Your spine is straight here, you're not rounding and you're straight. This, done that thing again, haven't I? This 30-minute session is 50 minutes now, you've only got 12 minutes before Joe Wicks kids doing it. Let's do one shoulder stretch. Turtle's head that we did yesterday in yoga. Palms out, head through like you're a turtle being born. Hello world. Side bend. Your right sit bone comes down, reach. Come up, switch hands. Turtle's head. Side bend. Open the shoulder. And come up. And circle. Good session, guys. Hope you enjoyed me talking to myself for 40 minutes. If you want to do yoga with me tomorrow, I think we're planning a more technical session, so hope we can see you for a nice slow technical flow. Tomorrow morning at 8 AM, have a great day everybody, and if you've got any questions, let me know. Peace, love, vegetables, cats, blue skies, walks, sunshine, you know, good vibes. Have a good day, thank you. Mike Wolf, hi Wolfie. Thank you, that was pretty hardcore. So